Well, it's 7 o'clock, and here's your Human Rights Day news edition at this hour. President Cyril Ramaphosa will address the Human Rights Day commemoration at the George Tabe Sports Ground in Sharpeville later this morning. The day has its origins in the events that unfolded at Sharpeville and at Langa Township in the Western Cape on the 21st of March 1960, when apartheid police attacked protesters during peaceful anti-pass marches, killing 69 people. This year's Human Rights commemoration takes place under the theme, The Year of Indigenous Languages, Promoting and Deepening a Human Rights Culture. Today's objective is to amplify efforts to preserve, promote and revitalize endangered languages. And government says that this will also help to affirm that the country is committed to human rights and to emphasize that the Bill of Rights promotes linguistic diversity and encourages respect for all languages. The National Assembly has held its last debate for the Fifth Parliament, which focused on human rights in the country. The House counted incidents of racism, gender-based violence and a lack of basic services among socio-economic challenges that continue to undermine human rights goals.
South Africa still has some pockets of racism. Too many of our people, especially women and the girl children, continue to be the victims of violence, which translates into murders in some instances and sexual harassment.
Rampant corruption, violent crime, and extreme poverty are the daily staple of the media. Rape and gender-based violence have become endemic.
Black people everywhere in this country have no human rights to speak of. It is black people who stay in the infested and flea-ridden shacks.
Our country has been tainted by corruption, state capture, self-enrichment by those in power, to the neglect of the higher mission and placing one's self-interest before the community's interests.
Those we are leading are without some physical amenities and resources, which they so direly need for the restoration of their dignity.
Add this to the number of learners who have to attend smart schools on a daily basis. House Chair, we must do everything in our power to root out the widespread and mostly underreported violence against women and children in our country.
House Chair, the Constitution of South Africa in Section 24 guarantees each citizen the right to an environment that is not harmful to their health and well-being.
It is to be found in our failing and maladministrative systems and structures of governance, in our deteriorating delivery of services, in the systemic corruption that pervades government.
The gender gap that exists in South Africa is a reflection of the systemic nature of exclusion and disadvantage faced by women, whether as a result of apartheid or of the broader pattern of patriarchy found in present-day South Africa.
Our primary struggle at that time was for the restoration of land back to its rightful owners. That means the indigenous, and the land is not back yet to the indigenous African people.